पुत्र हनुमान की, बोलो भाई सब संतों की
राधे श्री राधे
सहित पवन सुत सुख दिखाई मुनि रघुपति छवि लभिलोकी भये मगन मन सके नारोगी श्यामल गात सरोरुह लोचन सुंदरता मंदिर भवमोचन एक तक रहे निमिष लावै प्रभु श्री राधे श्री राधे राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे राधे श्री राधे हर ग्रही प्रभु मुनि भर बैठन परम
हर भजन उचारे अधुर ध्यान में सुनहु मुनीसा तुम हर दस जागर कीसा मारे भाग पै भसत संग बिनहि प्रयास होई भव भंगा
राधे
श्री राधे राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे राधे श्री राधे श्री राधे राधे श्री 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 राधे राधे श्री राधे संता संगता कहनी संपत विकोविद श्रुति पुराण सदभ्रांत सियावर रामचंद्र पद गैरहु उमावर शंभुनाथ पद गैरहु महावीर बजरंगी पद गैरहु शरणागतो हरि श्री राम जन्मानंद की Jai Gurudev, everybody. So we carry on. Yesterday, we saw how when the four Kumaras came, how Sri Ram, while seeing the sage approaching, he himself ran and bowed down to them. And then, after bowing down to them, the Lord himself inquired about their health. So what do we see here from Bhagwan? What do we see? Just by what is said right now, we see how even being an Ansh avatar of Srimad Narayana, being the avatar of Narayana himself, when the sages come, the one which is giving true wisdom to the world, to the universe itself, he himself bow down to them. Those who have true love and true sincere surrender, actually it's a reminder that if your heart is pure, naturally your quality, your life will become pure. And that you don't need to run elsewhere. Because you are fully centered inside of your heart, Bhagwan will come. We see that in the life of countless of saints. They don't even want to go to this place because they consider this place of supremely holy. They don't even dare to step upon the sacred land itself. There is an Alvar also who never even went to Srirangam because he considered Srirangam to be equally holy as the body of Sriman Narayana. There is another saint in Arunachala. From far away, he would not even step because whenever he will put his feet up, what he will see? He will see each pebble as a shivling. So he will see that each stone is a reflection of what he have inside of him. He will not even step there. He will stay far away. And from far away, he will see. And here what we see, Bhagwan himself, by his own accord, come and prostrate himself. If he, the Supreme Lord himself, is bowing down to the sages, to those who have surrendered to him. In previous verses we have seen, for the sages, the 4 Kumaras, what delight them is hearing the glory of Sri Ram. We have here further to that, at the back, Lord Shiva himself find great delight in hearing the glory of Sri Ram. That's why he went to Agastya Muni's ashram. Imagine, here we are not talking about the Ram which we have fashioned in our mind. No? We are talking the supreme aspect of Sri Ram. But in spite of that, when the moment he sees the saints, he humbles himself. So this is the state of humility, which Bhagwan himself is showing. We see that also in Mahabharata itself, when Bhagwan Krishna pay his respect to the saints and the sages. And here we see in the world how when the saints come, we don't even care. Forget about when the Guru is talking, for you to listen itself is painful. Why is it painful? Because you are not engaging your mind into it. When you are listening, what is happening? Many of you are listening, yes? But are you here, present? You may appear with your eyes open, but there is a veil which have veiled it. You know, you have seen people like that. They appeared as looking at you, but they are not present. They are not present, they are not here. You are listening to the satsang. Yes, here you don't have any choice. But outside, you're listening. You will even note it. When the Guru will say something, You will agree with him, you will not agree with him. But are you present? Are you present, which means fully present? Many people do japa as if they have to catch a train. Shri Ram, 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 Shri Ram. They accelerate. It's like Ashwin singing. He starts singing very slowly, and then it goes. And you all are behind trying to catch. And like yesterday, I was also singing like that. But we are not present, you know. We do things in our life, but we do it because we have to do. There is not the engagement of our heart into it. Also, spiritual people do that, you know. They do spiritual things because in the society, in the eyes of everybody, it's very important. But can you give your full attention into that when you do just as a show off? No, you can't. You have to give your fullness into that. To please Bhagwan, Bhagwan get pleased not by your action what you do outside. He get pleased by the quality of that action. If your action outside is devoid of that quality of love, is devoid of the quality of true sincereness, surrender, do you think he will give you darshan? Do you think he will even listen to that? No, you don't even reach to him. So here, saying, when you bow down, you have to bow down with reverence. You know, a devotee heart is full of that reverence, full of love. It's not just an act of bowing down. When you bow down, you have to be completely empty. You can't bow down and say, I am bowing down. No. That you reserve throughout the day. The Nam Japam, what you do, is the Japam of I, me and mine. But when you bow down, when Sri Ram is giving such an example himself, it is bowing down with his whole heart. All his three brothers, Bharat, Lakshman and Shatrughna, then prostrate themselves along with Hanuman, and everyone felt very happy. A devotee inspired. Bhagwan here is inspiring the others to do the same. The nature of a devotee is always to inspire. You're inspired by your action, you're inspired by your words, you're inspired by your being. That's why a devotee is always reflecting the Guru. You will notice that very clearly. If you have learned from a Guru which is very fanatic, okay? If your Guru is a fanatic person, what would he teach you? He will teach you also to become fanatic like him. He don't have anything else. It is not his fault. He have received it from his Guru, and his Guru have received it from his Guru. And it's a lineage of fanaticism that have. It's not a lineage of realization. Because realization break all the barrier of differences. You may quote from many verses, but have you perceived Bhagwan in everything? No, you have not. Only when you have experienced Bhagwan in everything, then you can really respect everything. Here I'm not saying only everyone, I'm saying everything, which means every living entity is around. The animal, the plant. That is called Bhuta Yagna. When you start respecting nature, nature will shower you with her grace also. So it's an inspiration. It's a reminder of each bhakta's life is an inspiration unto others. You have to reflect the knowledge what the Guru have given you. And naturally, that what you will reflect. If your parents have given you good samskaras, you will be a good person in the world. If your parents have not given you a good samskaras, you can't expect that person to be a good person. Because you learn from your parent. And you don't learn by your parent telling you, this is right, that is not right. No. By the action of the parent, the children observe. It's of no use a child want to smoke and the parent are smoking. When the child want to smoke, the parents say, you should not smoke. Who dare you to tell what you can't smoke? When you yourself are smoking, you are setting example of that. And tomorrow when your child is smoking, your child have taken a different route, whose responsible is that? The example which you set upon, others will also follow. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna also said the same thing, you know. Whatever somebody from a very high standard is doing, everybody look at that person and act similar. We see it in the world also. If a pop star, you know, a very famous one, start wearing cutting clothes like a beggar, what do you all do? You will look for your old jeans, you will start cutting them. Make it look very fashion. So like that, Bhagwan set an example. Who follow? His brother. And Hanumanji also. They could easily say, yes, we are very prominent personality. They are prominent personality. But they are free from pride and ego. But most of the time, we think of ourselves very important. Very great personality we are. We will not do simple job. No, we have to do something which is, in the eyes of everybody, it is great. So that our ego can be flattered. Are you doing service truly? Or are you looking only what you want? What I want, that is the most important thing, no? That is what everybody think. Even in the service, I, me and mine is always there. How would you inspire somebody else? You will expect somebody else to be humble. But when you yourself are not, it is important for you to have, yes, but not to the extent that you will deny that to somebody else. So which is very important here, you see. When Bhagwan have set an example, he have set an example onto something which is an aim, you know? A higher aim. And the higher aim is with humility. So here, the free and Hanumanji, they all bow down. When they bow down, they didn't feel, oh, why should I, But they feel happy to do it. They feel that great joy to do it because Sri Ram himself bowed down. So the sages were beside themselves with rapture on beholding on the incomparable beauty of Sri Ram. So here again we see the sages, when they're looking at Sri Ram, they're not seeing Dashrath Nandana Ram. They're seeing the beauty of compassion. They're seeing the beauty of love which is generating. That personality which is beyond the realm of understanding. That is the most beautiful. It is not the beauty of the outside. It is very often when we talk about beauty, we talk about the beauty of the outside. The beauty of the outside will disappear. The saint and the sages, the Sadguru, don't see only that beauty of the outside. You see what is inside of your heart. And the beauty through your action is also very important. Your action beautified you in a different way. That's why in the Bhakta's life, what beautified the Bhakta is service. And true service is not about you. True service is not about taking. True service is about giving. They remain gazing with unwinkling eyes on the Lord, who is the abode of comeliness and bring about release from worldly existence, and has a swarthy form and lotus eyes. The one is saying just the presence of what the sage and the saints are seeing, they can't take their eyes away from him. Once you have conquered the mind, can you divert your mind away from God? No, you can't. That is why we have to understand what the Sadguru is giving. First, what the Sadguru gave, he revealed to you the name of Shri Hari. So the name of Shri Hari is Shri Hari himself. The name of Bhagwan is Bhagwan himself. And we have to engage our mind with him. We engage our mind continuously with everything else. We engage our mind with our ego firstly. But we don't engage our mind with Bhagwan. Even when the Sadguru said, sit down, do Nama Japam. Look at your face right now. When I mention the word Nama Japa, and I can hear. Please don't ask Guruji. Sadhguru said, chant the name for 1 hour. You have 24 hours. You engage your mind in so many things. Not only work. You see, if I will tell you, you do your sadhana, what would you say? Sincerely, you will say, yes, whenever I have time. But if you know your favorite series will be, do you have time or you don't have time? You do have time. For that, you have full time. You can sit hours and hours in front of the TV, watching at length the movie which you like. You don't get bored during that time, no? You get excited even. But when it comes to engage in spirituality, when it comes to engage in reading the satsang, or engage your mind in the satsang of the Sadguru, or even here, how many of you are battling you're sleepy right now? Once after satsang, one devotee said to me, Guruji, your voice makes me fall asleep. I said, that's good. Then I will sing lullaby for you. Am I right? If I would have a very melodious voice, I will understand. I don't have voice like Neela have, you know. I don't have voice like him or him. I don't know how you fall asleep by just hearing me. You see, to watch a movie, you are very concentrated. That you have full time. But to do japa throughout the day, wherever you are, because you see, to chant the name of Bhagwan, there is no set places or ways to just take your mala, chant. Even if you don't have a mala, chant for 1 hour. Ask yourself, why you get bored? Why the moment you start listening to the satsang, you're trying to stay awake? When tell you to do meditation, you appear you are meditating, but you are not present here. You enter into such a deep samadhi state, but you start doing astral travel. That's what you do. The sages, yes, they are reciprocating the love and the focus of Sri Ram. The way Bhagwan is also focused on his bhakta, the bhakta is also fully absorbed in the same manner on their beloved Lord. Here we see it clearly. It's not one way. It's not only Sri Ram is very excited and very excited to see the sages. No. But the sages also is very excited to see. Satsang is a meeting between you and the Guru. It is when you and the Guru meet, you can meet only in satsang. It is not the present of the outside. No. It is what can awake your true divinity inside of you. And it is not easy, for sure. It is not easy. But with consistency, by disciplining yourself, by practicing it on a daily basis, strictly, you will come to that point. But if you don't engage yourself into that, you can't expect. But yes, imagine, okay, you have a big problem. You go to a priest, let's say. The priest will tell you, you have Shani Maharaj sitting on you, or some doshas sitting on you. You don't even know what it means, you know. But the mere mention of Shanidev, you get scared. Because they have tell you always that you have to be scared of that. You already finish. What will be your next thing? Panditji, how can I be free from that? Panditji say, 20,000, put it here. Every Saturday I will do your puja for you. Psychologically, you're already weakened. You will do it. Even if he asks you 100,000, you will do it. Because psychologically you have already become weak. Whether the mantra work, what he will give you or not, you will do it. Because you have something to gain from that. You will do it. Very disciplinedly. The next thing you will ask, how many days should I do it? That's what you will do. Pandit says, do it for 30 days. You will count. You will go first, second thing, you will go to the calendar. When will that 30 days finish? No? During the 30 days, you will be very diligent because you are gaining something from it. But when the Sadguru tell you to do something to liberate you, and the Sadguru is not taking anything from you, you're not paying, you know, would you value it the same way? No, you will not value. Because you have paid something, you value what you have paid. And you will do it. Because you have not, you get something for free from the Sadguru. The satsang is for free from the Sadguru. The mantra is reminding you continuously. You take it for granted. That's why when you start, you will do it because, for sure, there is some respect to the Guru. You will do it 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. And then the third, 4 days you finish. Forget about it. You will do it for 1 month and you will stop it. Because you're not getting anything from that. That's what you think. But the Sadguru gives you something to cleanse you. When he have given you the divine name to chant, it is not just mere coincidence that you have received Bhagwan's name to chant. Bhagwan himself is acting behind that. And when you connect to that, transformation will have to happen. But you have to be disciplined. It will not just be straight away. You know. Anything that you do in life, always start little by little. You go to kindergarten, you go to school, the first day itself, you will not know ABCD. No? It takes its time. Anything that you learn takes its time. When you go to learn swimming, first you enter the swimming pool with a swimming instructor, no? Straight away the instructor tell you, swim here, go there, to the other side. You will be able to? You will not. He will teach you step by step, swim like this, move your hand like this, move your leg like this. Yeah. You have to come to the point of synchronizing your hand and your feet together, then you can move forward. But it takes time. But once you have mastered that, he will teach you all the technique. No? Once you have mastered that, he will tell you, you swim. Then straight away you will swim very quickly. You will reach to the other side. But if at the beginning, no. It takes time. To absorb the mind in satsang is the same thing. It takes time, but you have to engage yourself. You have to show your willingness to change. You have to show the willingness towards what the Sadguru have given you. The Sadguru keep telling you, but you keep ignoring. How would you expect that what is inside of you will manifest? How would you expect that true dharma of being a human, a bhakta, will awake inside of you? It will not. When you have not engaged yourself into it. The Lord, in his turn, bowed his head with joined palm. When the hero of Raghu's line perceived their condition, his eyes too streamed with tears, and every hair on his body stood on its end. See, that, like I was saying yesterday, the greatest joy for the Guru is to see that the devotee is doing it. But the devotee very often don't take that seriously. I'm not saying every devotee, I'm talking for here, in Mauritius, just to make it clear, because my devotee outside are different. Very often, people don't take it seriously. Years after years, the Guru keeps saying the same thing as a reminder. But you keep doing the same mistake on and on. Your ego have not yet dissolved, you know. That I, me and mine, that's what you keep doing. When would you do truly the Nama Japam? Here, Nama Japa, I'm telling you, Sri Hari's Nama Japa. I'm not telling to chant your Nama Japa. Your Nama Japa, that's what you do continuously. You keep chanting your name from morning till evening. If I'm telling you about Nama Japa, you will say, yes, Guruji, I do Nama Japa. Yes, I'm chanting my name every day. What I want, what I do, that's what you are keeping chanting. Observe. When you wake up in the morning, first thing what you do, what will I do now? That is the first thought in your mind, no? What will I do? So you plan your day. I will do this, I will do that, I will do that, I. Then you pay respect to your namaskar to your phone. With great reverence, you open it and you read the Shastra inside in the form of messages. Huh? That's what you do. And throughout the day, what do you do? It's all about you. It's all about your name, your glory. It's all about what you can achieve. I. Bhagwan is, his eyes shed tears because he perceived the surrender of the Kumaras. The Guru shed tears to see the condition of the devotee. When would they truly understood? But it's not about me. It's not about I. It's about him. Sant Kabir was once walking There was a group of ladies in front of him. He wanted to cross over, but he could not because they were swinging from one left to right, giggling. What they were talking about? The earring which one of the ladies' future husband have given her. They were talking in so many ways. It is like this and like that. All the qualities of that earring, how beautiful it is and all this. It was a nose ring, sorry. It was a nose ring. Continuously they were just talking about that. Kabir Dev, one moment, increased his speed, crossed over. And as he crossed over, he stopped. He looked at them and he said, while you were talking, I could not stop, I could not, not hear what you were talking about. You were continuously talking about how beautiful is this nose ring, how beautiful, how your fiancé have given you this nose ring. And continuously you are just focusing upon that nose ring. Then Kabir Dev said to them, have you ever thought about the creator who have created that nose? If the creator will have not created that nose, where do you think you will have put that nose ring? Have you ever thought about that? And this is the thing, you see. We engage ourselves with so many things which later on in our life will not be useful for us. How many times in your life you think you need this, you need that, you get it, and now they are just stuck in a corner somewhere, piling up in your house. So many times. Go home and open your eyes for once, look around you and see how many things you think that you wanted, but you don't need it. They are just packed and kept. What you need, truly you are not doing it. That's why the saint said, you keep chanting, not your name, chant his name, but it's only him but stay. Kabir said a beautiful verse, said, as long I was here, Hari was not there. But when Hari was there, I was not there. When you keep chanting, me, I, Bhagwan is not present, it's far away from that. But when you start to chant sincerely his name, then you will see that there is such a delight but awake inside. More you chant, more you want to be into that spheres. But you have to allow that to happen. It's not going to happen in one day to the other. It takes its times. When you allow that to happen, it will start consuming your heart itself. Then only him, he will be there. Then you will realize that he was never out somewhere far away. He is the indweller of ourself. He was never far. He is the closest and the dearest. And it's only him that prevailed over everything. It's only Sri Hari, no one else. And that once you have reached that state, Bhagwan himself, by his own accord, run to you. By his own accord, he will come and be around you. If he feel great joy to be around you. Look, Zanabai, her character was fiery, but her heart was pure. She was not somebody who was pretending. She was somebody who was fiery and frank directly. But Bhagwan Vitthal loved to be in her presence. In her presence, he came at night and served. He will come and help her in all her daily chores. Why? Because she was a great bhakta? Yes, she was a great bhakta, but not in the sense of the external show outside. She was a great bhakta from the heart itself, from the quality which she expressed. It's not the show what she expressed. She expressed her quality. You call yourself a bhakta, yes, by putting a tilak on your forehead, by holding a mala, or you wearing a kanti mala. That what makes you a truly devotee? No, it is not that what makes you a devotee. It is your quality itself, but you can consider when that awake, that but make you a devotee. So Bhagwan will cry for that devotee, because he's touched by the sincereness of one heart. Taking them by the hand, the Lord seated them and addressed them in the most charming words. Bhagwan also care, no? Start to look after. Listen, great sages. I am indeed blessed today. Here Bhagwan is saying that due to your presence, I am blessed. Bhagwan Vitthal, Bhagwan Krishna in Dwarka said to Narada, when I was young, I give so much trouble to my parents. Devaki and Yashoda, Devaki and Vasudev was in prison. Yashoda and Nanda Baba, I give them headache continuously. I even leave them from Vrindavan. I left, I went to Mathura, finish. I was not a good son. I said, please, find me somebody who have that love and would serve the parents. I will go and give them the darshan. This is the story of Pundalik. When Narada said, there is such a person by the name of Pundalik who served only his mother and father. Bhagwan, when he heard that, he became very excited. He became excited because of Pundalik. He became excited because he was rendering selfless service. So on the spiritual path, again, now the second thing is not only about you. You have an aim, have a clear goal. Your goal is to discipline yourself in your spiritual life. Once your life has been disciplined, set the second goal, help. But first, before trying to save somebody which is drowning, you have to learn to swim. If you yourself don't know how to swim, to act irrationally and jump into the water to save somebody else, you will get drowned. You are not Superman. Who will just take your clothes up and you become a different person. Maybe at home you can try, but you are not. First, learn to swim. Then somebody which is drowning, you can save. You see, this is what very often people do. You see, they have not freed themselves. They themselves are not free. They are still attached with their own ego. They're still attached with their own ego of spiritual ego also I'm talking about. They're still attached with their own name, fame and glory, how people see them. And yet they go and try to save somebody else. You yourself are still drowning into your own ego, but you will go and save somebody else. First, take the advice of the Sadguru. Absorb your mind into the satsang of the Sadguru. Meditate upon the satsang of the Sadguru. Chant the divine name. If you are Bhakta, you chant the name which the Guru have given you. If you are not a Bhakta, then you have any other divine name. God is not limited. Take which one you feel inside of you, which resonate with you. While chanting, you feel that great joy. Chant the name of God. Become free from your limitation. Become free from your ego. Then absorb your mind in the satsang of the Sadguru. Meditate upon, because that is one thing which is very important, You do japa, but you don't listen to satsang. It doesn't help. Because the satsang of the Sadguru carry a certain vibration. That's why I put you to sleep. The satsang of the Sadguru, that's what liberates you from your old habit. That's why I keep saying, listen to the satsang continuously. Not only one time, countless of time. Engage your mind into that. Because there's a certain vibration which the satsang carry. And that vibration which the satsang carry act upon the neuron of your brain. And it's not only one time, you have to do it continuously. So that is why, Bhagwan, here Goswami Tulsidas Ji wrote in a charming words, he said, listen, great sage, I am indeed blessed today. By your very sight, all one's sins are wiped away. But extremely good luck, one is able to secure the company of saints. To be in the company of the Sadguru and the sadhus, the saints, is not an easy thing. It is not because you have heard, oh, Guruji have come, let's go. We'll be in his company now. No, it is not that. Here Bhagwan is giving the example, said that it is such an opportunity. It's an extremely good luck. One is able to secure the company of saints. So the third thing what he is saying here is Sangha. Of course, you will not find saints every corner of the street. What he means, be in the company of the devotee. When you're in the company of the devotees, I'm not telling you that you have to be in competition with each other. And that's what you do. You sit in competition with each other. You sit in criticizing each other. You sit in gossiping about each other. Is that spirituality? Is that what you represent? Is that when you are in the path of bhakti or the path in the spiritual path, is that what you have to be? No, you should not. That's why the bhakta should say continuously. You know, when I'm here now, I know there's many people, most of you are here coming. The moment I leave, nobody will come even to the satsang, to the temple. But this is not a right attitude. You come to be in good company. Who you keep company also reflect in your surrounding, no? If you keep company of, let's say, smokers, sooner or later you will start to smoke. If you keep company of drunkards, sooner or later they will inspire you to drink. But if you keep company of bhakta, sooner or later there will be a reflection of divine which will awake. And keeping company means also to engage in what the Sadguru have teaches you. Being company of saints, you will not be to see the saints everywhere, every day. No. Being in the company of saints every day, it's also very dangerous. It will burn you, consume you. It will not easy. You have to be very strong for that. And you have to be extremely lucky for that. And don't think that you can handle. No, you can't. That's why it is a great luck, actually, to be in the company of saints, sadhus and sages, you know. So when the bhakta come together, there is a beautiful, you see, Nelson Mandela, you all know about, no? Everybody look at him as a very, well, when he was alive, as a great personality for his sacrifice that he have given. But one thing he had always, a certain calmness always was there. Of course, like everybody, you have the good side, you have not the good side, no? But most of the time when you see him, he was joyful, happy. So one journalist once asked him, if I remember clearly, asked him a question, how, in spite of being imprisoned for so long, but you still preach that respect towards others. How do you do that? Then he said something wonderful. He said, I have learned it from my father. His father was a tribal chief. And he said, I have observed my father, whenever there is a meeting with all the tribal, one thing they do, they sit all in circle. There is no hierarchy. This one is greater or that one is less. Very often that is dancing into the mind of the devotee. You know? Oh, because I'm wearing this color of clothes, I am better and I have to bossy everybody else. Or I'm superior than the other. No, you are not superior. You are not. Actually, maybe when you are wearing this kind of color of clothes, you are even inferior than everybody else. That's what you have to think about yourself. You know? Because Bhagavan don't look at the color of clothes you are wearing. He look what you have inside of you. So he said, everybody sit equally. But we have forgotten that we are all equal in his eyes. We think that because we know a little bit Shastra, because we know a little bit of, meditation, or we know a little bit of yoga, we are superior. Or we have a certain title, we have a certain, not called, a certain duty, we have to bossy everybody else. That is not in the eyes of Bhagwan. Bhagwan look at your heart, the sincereness of who you are. Due to your destiny, you have been blessed with a certain dharma. Yes, you have to do your dharma properly. And in the most humble way, in the most loving way, you have to do it. The same way he have said to Arjun, he didn't inspire Arjun to run away from his dharma. No, said, you have to fight. Fight. Continuously he remind Arjun to fight. But that is what the Sadguru also remind. You have a dharma, you have to do it, but you have to be humble. You have to really reflect what the Sadguru is teaching. Don't think that you are superior than the others. No, you're not. The moment you think that you're superior than the others, the ego take over. When the moment the ego take over, you have become inferior than even the lowest of all. And that's what Bhagwan just look at, you know. So the second thing he said, my father was always the last one to talk. Have you seen people with demeasured ego? They are always first. Always primed to talk, to express their own attitude, they bark. I would not say talking. They bark whatever they have inside of them. You know, they bark it out. And this is the quality what he said. My father always talked last. He let everybody talk first. Then at the end, he have the knowledge of how all of them are. Then, without offending anybody, he will speak. And I have learned that two things from him. That's what he said. So to be in the company of the saints is not the show off of who you are, you know. It's not the show off of how much knowledge you possess. It is by your humility itself. That the Christian saints, by the name of Pambo. Once he was from Egypt. He was a very simple person, but everybody knows that he is very learned. So the Bishop of Alexandria was planning to come and visit the monastery. So they were wondering who to ask to talk, you know, because they want to impress the bishop. So they asked Pambo. Pambo didn't answer with a yes or no. He said, we shall see. So on the day when the bishop came, that old hermit sit in a corner, just in deep silence. So when the time come for talking, everybody was saying, where is Pambo? And they saw him just in deep silence. So the bishop had understood the message. And he respected him. Later on when he left, they asked him, why you didn't talk? And he said, why should I talk? You think if I will talk, I will impress him? If he is not impressed by my silence, he will never be impressed whatever I say. First, you have to become silent inside of you. Automatically, when you are silent inside of you, without words, you will do your seva to everybody. But we have an attitude of always barking like a dog, you know, because we think that we know better than everybody else. We take knowledge, we borrow the knowledge, and we claim that knowledge is ours. Agnanam timrandasya jnanam janashalaka chakshuram timram dena tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. We borrowed that knowledge. We received the knowledge from the Sadguru. And then we give it. That knowledge is not ours. It's just passing through. Every knowledge in this world exists always. There is no new knowledge. Knowledge have been always there. There's not a single time that knowledge didn't exist. But with time, we fashion it in a different way. We make it so that everybody can understand that knowledge. Each guru gives that knowledge according to what their devotee and the people need to grow. So how can we become proud of that? How can we say, yes, this is my knowledge? No, it is not. That's why being in the company of true saints, it brings naturally that transformation. For through such communion, the chain of birth and death is broken without the least exertion. Just by being in the presence of the Sadguru, just by being in the satsang of the Sadguru, just by absorbing your mind in the divine name in the right way, how the Sadguru teaches you, it breaks the chain of birth and death. Otherwise, you see what you do in life, you want always to force upon the situation. You think you can change that. I, again, become very important. No? I have to break through the chain of birth and death. Can you do that? Only somebody which is free can free you. If somebody is not free, they can talk about freedom. They can talk about at length about the Shastra itself. But you have to ask yourself, what power do you have to change the situation? Killing me. Where is it? Where is it? You could not find another place to put it, this incense? Huh? You want to kill me? It's okay, but the smoke is coming this way. I'm going for a round. So what power do you hold? You know, do you have any power that you hold that can change or force any situation? Ask yourself this question. No, you don't have any power. But yet, you think you have great power. We forget into that instant that everything is coming from Bhagwan himself. Bhagwan placed us in the presence of the Sadguru and the saints, the sages. And in that presence of the Guru, we have to learn to accord ourselves with him. But what we do, we disaccord ourselves. We always untune ourselves. Yeah, but one is saying that, no, tune yourself to the presence of the saints and the sages in your life. When you are in tune with the saints and the sages, it's not about destroying, it's about accepting. Then you are in the flow. You don't worry about anything. When you are in the flow, you can trust truly life. So when you are in the company of the Sadguru, you are in the flow of life. And in the flow of life, there is deep acceptance. It's like a leaves which is falling from the tree. And the wind is blowing that leaves. Do you think that leaves say, oh no, I want to fall in the south now, but the wind blow the leaf to the north? And the leaf have big problem. Do you think the leaves bother about whether it is flowing in the north, south, west, east, or south? No, it doesn't. It allowed itself to flow. Wherever the wind will blow, the leaves will go. If the leaves is flowing toward the south, the wind will be flowing toward the south, the leaves will flow towards the south. But if the leaves change, the wind change direction at that moment, start blowing towards the east, will the wind get angry? Will the leaves get angry? No, it doesn't. It flow toward the east, wherever, So this is the state into which the sages and the saints want you to be. To flow with life itself. Your life is blessed. Yeah. You have the grace to be at the feet of the Sadguru. You have the grace, even more, you have the grace of the holy name in your life. You have the grace of absorbing your mind in the satsang of the Sadguru. This is one thing, it's, that's what you have to do. Not fall asleep. Absorb the mind and let it flow with it. When you are in dhyan, when you are chanting, Shri Vitthal Giridhari Parabrahmane Namaha, each word vibrate a certain vibration. If you close your eyes and chant it, Shri Vitthal Giridhari Parabrahmane Namaha, we are not asking Bhagwan for anything. At that moment we have to enjoy his presence. We have to enjoy that vibration which the divine name hold. Shri Vitthal Giridhari Parabrahmane Namaha. Even if they Shri Hari, even if you are chanting Om only, enjoy that presence. Listen to it. Yeah. When you are sitting there, what will happen? Your mind is jumping everywhere. In the Gita, Bhagavan Krishna said, no? When your mind is wandering around, let it wander, but bring it back. But what do you do? Whatever jump into your mind, you want to fulfill that. Every idea is what goes into your mind, you want to fulfill it. When the mind dictates to you, what do you do? Yes, master. That's what you do. Yes, master. Hukum kijiye. That's what you will do, no? You become the slave of your mind by keep running and fulfilling every ideas but jump into your mind. To be able to concentrate on the satsang and the divine name, have to meditate upon. When you are listening to the satsang, we are listening all the wonderful kirtan, but we are listening. We are singing very happily. I see your face joyfully beaming out and singing. But have you ever read also the translation of it? You are just singing without knowing what you are singing. It will not lead you anywhere. When you are singing the kirtan, for once, look also down to the translation. You know, the devotee have done so much work in translating also, looking for the lyrics. Very often you don't find, they have to translate. And if you look what the saints have wrote about, what are they singing about? And if you absorb your mind just by the translation itself, you absorb your mind into what the Sadguru have been telling you. Something have to change inside of your mind. And it's not, you see, spirituality is not about somebody else. It's about you. It's about you and your relationship with Bhagwan. So communion with saints is a road to emancipation, while that of the sensualist paved the way to transmigration. So declare the saints themselves the men of wisdom and the learned, as well as the Veda, Puran and other real scriptures. So here again you see, but what we were just talking right now, they said communion with the saints is the road of freedom. To be truly free from the cycle of birth and death. That is the goal of life. That's why you have come on earth. You have not come here to populate the earth. You know? You are thinking that you have come here to populate the earth. You have come here to have this beautiful car, beautiful house. No. You have come here to earn the grace of Sri Hari and to be free from the cycle of birth and death. That is your aim. But what do? You have forgotten about the true dharma of why you are here. You think that, yes, I am here to procreate for this world. Yeah, that's why the next verse said, while that of the sensualist paved the way to transmigration. Which means, by creating more karma, you are getting attached to this reality. By creating more karma, you are bound to come back here. You are not free. And that declare, not by me, the saints, the Veda, those who are learned, truly who understood that, they know the deepness of what the scriptures. That's why meditating upon the word of the Sadguru, you have to understand it. Not just listen to it, oh, beautiful words, let's go. No. Understand each word, because each word, what the saints and the sadhus, the Sadguru is talking about, it have such grace into it. And if you engage your mind into that, you will be free. You will attain the goal of life itself. Sadguru Maharaj ki jai. So this is the standpoint of all bhakta. Those who are truly longing for the truth. Ramcharitmanas is talking about that, you know. Where you come to a point where there is no conflict. There's no conflict in your mind, there's no conflict in the outside. You are in that unity. You are in divine union. So be blessed with that. So Jai Gurudev, all of you. So we sing one bhajan. Can I change? There's a translation also with this, okay? The translation, you can say the translation of it?
I may.
Mitsu, mic on.
Hari. I may renounce even Lord Ram, but I will never forget my Guru. I do not behold Sri Hari as equal to my Guru. Sri Hari gave me birth in this world. My Guru freed me from the cycle of birth and death. Sri Hari sent me forth accompanied by the 5 thieves: lust, anger, greed, attachment, ego. But my Guru rescued and restored this orphaned soul. Sri Hari cast me into the net of family ties, but my Guru cut away all my attachment. Sri Hari entangled in disease and worldly experience, but my Guru, having made them yogis, called all of them to be released. Sri Hari caused confusion regarding the inner truth of karma, but my Guru revealed the true form of the soul. Sri Hari concealed himself from me, but my Guru gave the lamp so he could be seen. Then Sri Hari brought the condition of bondage and liberation. My Guru erased all delusion. I devote my body and mind to my Guru, Sant Charandas. I will not abandon my Guru, but Sri Hari I cast away. It's a poem by Santa Sajobai.
Bolo Sadgurudeva Sri Swami Vishwananda Mahaprabhu ki
राम तजो पै गुरु न विसारो, गुरु के सम हरि को ना निहारो।
राम तजो पै गुरु न विसारो,
गुरु के सम हरि को ना निहारो। राम तजो पै गुरु न विसारो, गुरु के सम हरि को न निहारो।
राम तजो पै गुरु न विसारो, गुरु के संग हरि को न निहारो।
हरि ने जन्म दियो जग माहे, हरि ने जन्म दियो जग गुरु ने आवागमन छुताए, गुरु ने आवागमन छुताए, गुरु ने आवागमन छुताए, गुरु ने आवागमन छुताए। राम तजो पै गुरु न विसारो, गुरु सम हरि गुरु नाने आरो। राम तजो पै गुरु न विसारो, गुरु के सम हरि गुण निहारो। राम तजो पै गुरु के सम हरि गुण निहारो। हरि हरि ने पंच छोर दिए साता, हरि ने पंच छोर दिए साता, गुरु ने लाए लुटाया नाता, गुरु ने लाए लुटाया नाता, गुरु ने लाए लुटाया नाता, गुरु ने लाए लुटाया नाता। राम तजो पै गुरु न विसारो, गुरु के सम हरि गुण निहारो। राम तजो पै गुरु न विसारो, गुरु के सम हरि गुण निहारो। राम तजो पै गुरु न विसारो, गुरु के सम हरि गुण निहारो। हरि ने कुतुब जल में घेर, हरि ने कुतुब जल में घेरी, गुरु ने कटी ममता मेरी, गुरु ने कटी ममता मेरी, गुरु ने कटी ममता मेरी, गुरु ने कटी ममता मेरी। राम तजो पै गुरु न विसारो, गुरु के सब हरि गुण निहारो। राम तजो पै गुरु न विसारो, गुरु के सब हरि गुण निहारो। राम तजो पै गुरु न विसारो, गुरु के सम हरि गुण निहारो। राम तजो पै गुरु न विसारो, गुरु के सम हरि गुण निहारो। हरि ने रोग भोग उरायो, हरि ने रोग भोग उरायो, गुरु जोगे करे सभे छुटायो, गुरु जोगे करे सभे छुटायो, गुरु जोगी करे सभे छुटायो, गुरु जोगी करे सभे छुटायो। राम तजो मैं गुरु न विसारो, गुरु के सब हरि को न निहारो।
गुरु के सब हरि को न निहारो। गुरु के सब हरि को न निहारो। राम तजो है गुरु न विसारो। गुरु के सब हरि को न निहारो।
हरि ने कर्म मर भरमायो, हरि ने कर्म मर्म भरमायो, गुरु ने आत्म रूप लखायो।
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 राम तजो मैं गुरु न विसारो, गुरु के सम हरि को न निहारो।
राम तजो है गुरु न विसारो। गुरु के सब हरि को न निहारो।
राम तजो मैं गुरु न विसारो, गुरु के सम हरि को न निहारो।
राम तजो है गुरु न विसारो। गुरु के सब हरि को न निहारो।
हरि ने मोसो आप छिपायो, हरि ने मोसो आप छिपायो, गुरु दीपक धई नहीं दिखायो।
गुरु दीपक दई ताहि
दिखायो, गुरु दीपक दई ताहि दिखायो।
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 राम तजो मैं गुरु न विसारो, गुरु के सब हरि को न निहारो।
राम तजो है गुरु न विसारो। गुरु के सब हरि को न निहारो। गुरु के सब हरि को न निहारो।
फिर हरि बंद मुक्ति गति लाई, फिर हरि बंद मुक्ति गति लाई, गुरु ने सब ही भरम मिटाए।
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 गुरु ने
मनवारो चरण दास पर तन मनवारो गुरुनाथा जो हरि को तज धरो
गुरुनाथा जो हरि को तज धारो
गुरुनाथा जो हरि को तज धारो
गुरुनाथा जो हरि कौन तज धारो
गुरुनाथा जो हरि को 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 तज धारो
राम तजो मैं गुरु न विसारो गुरु के सम हरि को न निहारो राम भजो मैं गुरु न विसारो गुरु के सम हरि को न निहारो राम तजो मैं गुरु न विसारो गुरु के सम हरि को न निहारो
गुरु के सम हरि को निहारो
राम तजो मैं गुरु न विसारो गुरु के सम हरि को न निहारो
राम तजो मैं गुरु न विसारो गुरु के सम हरि को निहारो
राम तजो मैं गुरु न विसारो गुरु के सम हरि को न निहारो
राम तजो मैं गुरु न विसारो गुरु के सम हरि को निहारो
वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु
वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु
वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु
वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु
वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु
वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु
वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु
वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु
वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु
वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु
वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु
वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु वाहे गुरु
श्री विठ्ठल गिरिधारी पर ब्रह्मणे नमः 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 राम तजो गुरु न विसारो गुरु के सम हरि क्यों न निहारो
श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सिय प्रिय की आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सिय प्रिय की गावत ब्रह्मादिक मुनि नारद जन विशारद सुख सनकादित शेषार शारद गमे पवन सुत कीर्ति कीर्ति आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कलित ललित सिय प्रिय की गावत वेद पुराण अष्टदश चाहो शास्त्र सब ग्रंथ को रस मुनि जन धन संतन को शबरस सात अंश समत सब की आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति ललित ललित सिय प्रिय की गावत संतन शंभु भवानी अरुणत संभव आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति ललित ललित सिय प्रिय की हरि विषय रस की सुलभ सिंगार मूर्ति जो की साधन रोग भव सब विधि तुलसी की आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति ललित ललित सिय प्रिय की मने चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी चाकर राखो चाकर राखो चाकर राखो जी चाकर राखो चाकर राखो चाकर राखो जी मारे चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी मीरा के प्रभु रहे गंभीरा सदा रहो जी मेरा आधी रात प्रभु दर्शन देने प्रेम नदी के तीरा मने चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गोविंद मने चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी श्याम मने चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर गोविंद मने चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी कथा विसर्जन हो तुम्हें सुनो वीर हनुमान राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु कल्याण
यही तन के कवच रचावे, क्षण ही में चली जाए। ब्रह्मदेव ब्रह्मलोक गए, शंभु गए कैलाश, सियावर रामचंद्र बध गए रहो। उमावर शंभुनाथ बध गए रहो। महावीर बजरंगी बध गए, शरणागतो हरि।
श्यावर रामचंद्र भगवान की, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की।
गोविंदा।
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव, त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव, त्वमेव विद्या
त्वमेव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव, त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मामृतंगमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु, लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु, लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम्।
प्रेम से बोलो लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की, कृष्ण लाल की, गिरधारी लाल की, श्रीमती राधा दकुरान की, माता प्रिया बाबा जी की, श्री रामाचार्य की, समस्त भक्त मंडली की।
प्रेम से बोलो सद्गुरुदेव श्री स्वामी विश्वनाथ महाप्रभु की।
ओम क्लीं कृष्णाय गोविंदाय गोपीजन वल्लभाय पराय परमपुरुषाय परकर्म मंत्र यततंत्र औषधारिष्ठान समराय समराय मृत्यु मोचाय। ओम नमो भगवते मां सुदर्शनाय दीप्ति ज्वाला प्रदत्तवती शोभना। ओम पद अस्मै ब्रह्मणे ब्रह्मजोषिते स्वाहा। ओम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते, पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे श्याम। गोविंदा गोपिका जीवन गोविंदा 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 कुंडली कवरदे रेखनाथ नामदेव बंदरनाथ महाराज की, रुक्मिणी महारानी की, समस्त भक्त मंडली की, आलवारंग अनुवाद कलाई शरण। नमो पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव।
सद्गुरुदेव श्री स्वामी विश्वनाथ।
जय